So we just got some major news about Prelude 16, and things are about to get really interesting to say the least. So firstly, there will be a dev stream on September 4th to get some more sneak peeks behind Prelude 16. I'm hoping for some more gameplay about the wolf, which we will get into in a second. More importantly, the new update is scheduled to release sometime in mid-September, but take that with a grain of salt because it's just a target release date. Now today, we just got some information about Prelude 16 in a Soulframe dev short. So when it comes to customization on tempers, there's some new updates that was just confirmed. When you dismantle a weapon on the field, Tuvalcain learns the tempers that were on it and slowly builds her knowledge of them. There will also be a short cutscene of her learning the tempers customization, which you could skip, but the devs didn't go much into details about that. Also, we won't need to hoard a huge inventory of tempers, so now as you find and break down weapons out in the field, she automatically absorbs those tempers as knowledge. Also, they reaffirmed that you don't need a legendary weapon just to start applying or swapping tempers. The only real advantage of legendary craftwork is that it opens up more temper slots, which is up to 8. You can freely replace one temper with another she's already learned. The process will still use a very short crafting timer and still requires the tempering step at her forge. Now Prelude 16 will be heavily focused on the wolf pup you already adopted during the she-wolf snared quest. I'll link a video on the screen if you haven't found the pup already. So right now that little companion mostly hangs out in your nightfold, but the next major update is all about raising it into a fully unique partner and an eventual mount with the new War Songs update scheduled for sometime in the fall, which will be Prelude 17. Prelude 16 update, we should think of it as a deep bonding and growth system update. Everything you do with the pup, how you interact with it, the activities you take it on, the choices you make, will shape its personality when it's fully grown. So if you want a fierce guard dog that stays by your side in fights and protects you, you can steer it that way, and if you prefer a supportive companion that helps with exploration or even sneaky tasks, that could be possible too. The team has even hinted that a well-raised wolf could learn to steal resources or items from the Ode, but take all this with a grain of salt because, as always, things can always change in these few weeks. The interesting part about this wolf is that the adult wolf you end up riding won't be identical to anyone else's in terms of personality. We will also get a lot more everyday interactions with it along the way, which makes the whole process feel personal and ongoing rather than just a one-time unlock. But that's not all, because fishing is also going to play a direct role in raising your wolf pup. At the TennoCon dev stream, the team showed off what they jokingly called vegan fishing. You catch a fish, clean the Ode corruption from it, and then release it back into the water. It's catch and release with a restorative twist that fits Soulframe's themes. But now, however, the developers confirmed you'll actually be able to feed some of those cleaned fish to your wolf pup, which will help it grow and bond with you. What was shown so far with fishing is only the surface level. The full fishing system goes much deeper, with more mechanics, locations, and progression still to come. Who even knows what the devs cooked up already, because they seemed excited to show this to us. Also, dynamic weather is arriving in Prelude 16 alongside fishing. The weather won't just be cosmetic. It will change how enemies behave in combat and even affect how fishing works. Different conditions will likely bring out different species of fish, so the time of day and the weather itself will matter when you're out on the water. Ultimately, together, these systems make raising your pup feel more connected to the living world of Alka, and I honestly can't wait. So Hotfix 15 was also just released. Now weapons, armor, and packs given directly from Fables, mini-quests, or purchases at Zenith's wares no longer count toward your inventory capacity. Wake Up Login Music will now be controlled by the music volume slider in the audio settings. They fixed being able to acquire duplicates of the Crypt of the Circade set. The Crypt of the Circade set no longer uses inventory capacity. Duplicates of the Crypt set have been removed from player accounts. Fixed party invite notifications not appearing after inviting someone not on your recent or friends lists. So they also were supposed to add an easier grind for cordstones with this update, but unfortunately over here they said they couldn't fit it in this one. So yeah, guys, that's about everything that was announced today. So if you found this info at all insightful, smash that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.